In case of a bad weather, if wind shifts from east, southeast or northeast to west, southwest or northwest, then the weather would get better. But in case of a fair weather, if winds shift from west, northwest or southwest to east, northeast and southeast, then you should expect bad weather, especially with a falling atmospheric pressure. Instruments like anemometer, barometer, hygrometer are trusted allies in predicting weather changes. Welcome, sailors. Today, we embark on the profound exploration into the captivating realm of marine meteorology, a discipline that holds the key to understand the intricate dance between the atmosphere and the oceans. Picture this: 70% of the Earth's surface is draped in the vastness of this ocean. And as aspiring seafarer, this extreme work environment becomes your canvas. And to navigate it safely, you must unravel the complexities of marine meteorology. Nothing affects the mariner as completely as does the weather. And anticipating changes to both weather and sea conditions are of critical importance. To forecast what lies ahead, you should capitalize on every lead available to future weather. This includes taking your own observations, taking help of professional weather forecasting stations, reading routing charts and sailing directions, making use of the weather information received by telex, and many more. But before going into details, let's first discuss what is the difference between weather and climate. So weather is atmospheric condition at any given time impacting our daily operations. Like I can say right now, the weather is pleasant, cloudy, and fresh breeze is blowing. So this is the weather which is impacting our daily operations. On the flip side, climate represents a long-term meteorological condition over a specific region. Like in these months of January and February, Bay of Bengal is cold and you may experience some part of monsoon, but we are not experiencing it at this moment because the weather is like that, but climate is over a long period. Now let's immerse into the core elements: pressure, wind, clouds, state of sky, temperature, humidity, state of sea, and swell. Delving into these core elements help us to predict the weather properly. And in turn, we can navigate safely through any challenges that sea may offer. How does each one of them affect us at sea? Let's look at them one by one. Temperature and humidity. There is a good chance of fog formation whenever the wet bulb depression narrows, or when the dew point temperature is close to the wet bulb temperature. The fall in the night temperature should be monitored. If the depression in wet bulb temperature narrows, there is a huge possibility of fog formation. A low dew point temperature and a huge wet bulb depression means that there is a huge difference between dry and wet bulbs. Indicate extreme dry conditions, generally associated with high pressure, good visibility, and good weather condition. Pressure and pressure changes are very significant weather indicators at sea. An approach of low pressure, storm, or hurricane is heralded by a falling pressure. A steady and persistent drop in the atmospheric pressure means that bad weather is on the way. A seafarer must worry if a rapid and considerable pressure drop is noticed in a short period of time. A steady and persistent rise in the pressure means a settled and good weather is on the way. A sudden rise or fall in pressure is always associated with strong winds. A steep rise or fall in pressure is generally accompanied with strong winds. Sea and swell. Sea is the name given to the waves which are created on the surface due to the wind that is presently blowing. The height of this disturbance is directly dependent on the force with which the wind is blowing on the surface of the sea. Let's see what's happening at this moment. The wind is blowing from astern, and that is creating a disturbance on the surface of the water. Because of that disturbance, the waves are being generated, and you can see the waves are breaking as white horses on the surface. So these waves that are being generated by the blowing wind is known as sea. Swell. Swell is the name given to disturbance on the sea surface because of the wind that has subsequently stopped blowing or is blowing at a very far away place. The presence or absence of swell provides a clear distinction between a local thunderstorm or an approaching well-developed storm. A threatening sky with large and thickening clouds without the presence of swell cannot be a part of a large storm. So it means the disturbance will be only short-lived. However, if the swell is increasing and threatening sky with increasing clouds, wind speed is increasing, that means there is a good chance that the storm is approaching your vessel. But if the strong swell is present and there is no significant change in the weather, a situation like this is little difficult to interpret. There are two possibilities. Either the storm is approaching very slowly or the storm has already passed. Wind shifts are critical. They usually foretell a change in weather. In case of a bad weather, if wind shifts from east, southeast or northeast to west, southwest or northwest, then the weather would get better. But in case of a fair weather, if winds shift from west, northwest or southwest to east, northeast and southeast, then you should expect bad weather, especially with a falling atmospheric pressure. So this is how nature provides subtle signals of an approaching storm. Change in wind patterns, change in pressure, change in the sky condition, clouds, they all act as forerunners, offering the seafarer a valuable time to prepare for the impending weather. Instruments like anemometer, barometer, hygrometer are trusted allies in predicting weather changes. Refined over millennia, these tools have guided sailors through the complexities of open seas. That's too much of technical stuff that I already spoke about. These technical advancements are recent human developments in last 100 years. But before that, sailors relied on their own observation and experience at sea to predict weather. It was known to the sailors that certain atmospheric conditions were likely to produce certain kind of weather. And this knowledge was put into some proverbs or sayings. Let me share with you some of the most interesting proverbs used at sea to predict weather. Number 1, beware of bolts to north or west. To south or east, the bolts be best. So here, bolts are being referred to as lightning, meaning if you see lightning to the north or west, then a thunderstorm is on the way towards you. Number 2, rainbow to windward, full fall the day. Rainbow to leeward, rain runs away. Before you understand this, you'll have to understand what is windward and leeward. So imagine if the wind is blowing from the port side and going to starboard side of the vessel, then port side becomes your windward side and starboard side becomes your leeward side. So again, rainbow to windward, full fall the day. Rainbow to leeward, rain runs away. Meaning, if you see rainbow on the windward side of your vessel, that means rain is on the way. And if you see rainbow on the leeward side of the vessel, that means the rain has already passed. Third one, a rather simple one. Mountains in the morning, fountains in the evening. Basically referring to high cumulus clouds, which are indicative of instability and possible formation of cumulonimbus clouds. And then later in the evening, you may expect rain and thunderstorms. Fourth one, short notice, soon to pass. Long notice, long will last. Like I discussed in the earlier part of the video, if a well-developed storm is approaching, it will give you early signs. Swells start coming, the pressure will start dropping, the clouds will form, they will thicken up, then they will turn to cumulonimbus, altostratus. So you'll get very early signals of a developing storm. So if those signals are taking long to develop, that means the storm will last for quite long time. But if suddenly the weather has changed, it was fine weather and suddenly the pressure dropped, wind has increased. So this sudden and quick change means that this disturbance will also pass very quickly. So once again, short notice, soon to pass, long noticed, long will last. Fifth one, when the glass falls low, look out for blow. Sound advice. As already indicated, a steady persistent fall in the atmospheric pressure is indicative of bad weather. And the last one, Probably one of the most famous saying, and personally my favorite. Red in the morning, sailor's warning. Red at night, sailor's delight. So red sky in the evening means you can see the sunset, meaning the western horizon is clear of clouds. This is an indicative that the bad weather is already past and you should expect good weather. But if you see red in the morning, and that's sailor's warning, because the skies in the east are clear and only then you are able to see the sunrise. That means the bad weather is approaching you. It's not yet clear. So that's why you should understand that making accurate weather predictions are very important at sea. This can help you to navigate your ship away from heavy weather, stay away from storms in calm waters, and navigate through any challenge that weather may have to offer you at sea. In the ever-changing maritime environment, continuous learning is the compass that guides us. And marine meteorology is a skill that evolves with experience. So, aspiring officers, I encourage you to delve into your meteorology books, increase your understanding, and contribute towards the safe maritime operations. In conclusion, embrace the winds of knowledge that will guide you through your maritime journey. May your voyages be safe and you navigate through calm seas and challenging waters with confidence. That's all about the meteorology for now. Thank you.